Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's go for a walk up here, and I'll just warn you now, you'll hear lots of heavy breathing because this is quite a steep slope we got to go up to get there. Not to mention it'd be quite squelchy because of what we call down here mud. Now this is one of the nice walks because there's plenty of really interesting things on the way, and I often find this on the slopes of magical hills. This is an old lime tree. This is probably one of the tallest that I know around here. The cows chomp the lower ones, but while we're here, let's have a look, shall we? That's a magnificent tree, I've got to say. And when we come out of that, what we have here in front of us is a sweet chestnut. Now, see, my research that I'm doing here is a number of reasons, because people say, oh, blah blah blah, this means this is going to happen, and blah 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 means that's going to happen, but in my experience that's not quite the case. Like, I'll give you an example. Lots of berries on the hedges, people say, oh, we're going to have a hard winter, but that's not the case. They're not very big at all, are they? But that's not the case. What it means is we've had the right conditions in the last few seasons or year or so for them to produce lots of berries. It's almost a hindsight thing. Right, now this really is quite steep. It's not a gentle amble, but then I don't gently amble anyway. So that's I don't know if you can see there, yeah, but directly in front of us, that is the first entrance, or the entrance to the lower part of the apple sanctuary. As you can see, it's guarded by some very old hazel coppice. So let's see if I can do this without slipping and holding a camera. Yep, so far so good. Here we go, first sad sight. I knew it wasn't going to be long. If you see my video a couple of years ago, there we go, it's gone. The left, that's not being cut, is it? No. Used to be able to go through there. Oh well, I'm glad I've come up today. I can say goodbye to this tree. I mean, it'll survive a little while longer, because if you look here, the inner bit of bark, I mean, is only just attached, but it is attached. So I'm afraid that signifies the death of this place. There is another apple there in front of us. But as I was saying a few minutes ago, hardly any apples. I can't even see one. That bit of detritus in the path, ahead of that is the second access, and we can see Well, I'm a bit more joyful. Can you see that there? We have a tree of apples. And what do we do with a tree of apples? That's right, we give it a taste test. I'm so glad that it was dry last year, because this can become a swamp because cows are allowed in here. Ooh, blackberries are good. Okay, mind your head. I mean, I've come through there when it's been 8-inch thick of mud and cow wee. Wow! That's what I call loaded, but it may be loaded, but they are very small. I mean, look at this. That's really tiny. And it is, well, it's the very end of September. It is sad, actually. There's another dead one. Anyway, welcome to the magical apple orchard on the slopes of Salisbury Hill. This isn't ancient. There's the view, Banner Downhill, and another hill that I don't know the name of. Ooh, the blackberries were tasty. I thought that was just a little portal into fairyland. I may have to do a little journey just to see what is the problem with these trees. Now this is leaning. I'm pretty sure there was another one that leant, because there was two that leant together and almost formed an arch. Oh yeah, they're not bad, are they? So that is many. Sadly, this one hasn't got any, but then that's maybe that tree's gone then. So this isn't an apple tree, is it? They're the wrong leaves, aren't they? Yeah. So that means then that the tree that was here, what me and my daughter used to call the toffee apple tree, because the apples in it taste like the ones you get in toffee apples at the fair many years ago. Yeah, I think that must have grown up around it. Woodpecker. Green woodpecker just flew off. I'll check out the pears and the plums in a minute, but the energy's changed a lot. You know, when they build a new housing estate on something magical, it feels a bit like that here. Okay, let's go and see if I can reach one of these. It looked okay from back there, but I may have to jump. Let's have a go. Let's try that one. Oh! Didn't swear. I'm not going to have it on the ground because I don't know what's been put on here. Never trust the ground in the countryside. You know, farming did ruin the planet after all. Well, I did it the old-fashioned way by grabbing a branch and pulling it down until there was one within reach. So let's have a go, shall we? Nice. Oh yeah. It's got that feel of fresh homegrown apples. Sweet, but a little bit of tartness. No idea what variety it is, but this is lovely. Okay, I better put the camera away while I'm going to eat this, because I'm not going to waste it. Maybe the last one I eat here. and one solitary wild pear, but it is full. What I've actually done, I filmed a couple of videos which hopefully you will watch, and I've come from there, which is the old orchard, and I'm going to go up there and around to the side, down through the woods, and come back round over there. Not sure how long it is, quite a few miles though. So I'm going to get over this fence before the farmer catches me. Don't you find walks are always better when there's an element of danger and sneaking around? Far more exciting. And here's a quintessential English country scene. Okay, well I'm probably not going to talk much up here because this road gets really, really steep. Wow, now here's a sight. Oh, ivy and then black bryony and elder. That's one of my favourite sights in autumn. Look at this. Anyone know why it's called black bryony? Oh, I've just fallen down a channel. Do you know why it's called black bryony? Well, it's because these leaves, as they die, they turn black. Ah, here's the best one. Look at those for colours. That's all the colours in there. Red, orange, yellow and green. You won't get better than that. So, oh, there's something special about that. It's one of those things. I know I often film them here, but I know they do really well. They spread quite well along this hedge. So, but as you can see, that's the really steep bit, so I'll meet you at the top. Well, I like to time my walks when there's no one here. Normally there's quite a few cars here, but I don't, because it's so, I mean, if you're used to driving old vehicles, you know you don't want to be on a steep hill and have to trust your handbrake or your clutch for that matter. Now this has been empty for decades. What a waste. But here we go. Here is the first sight of Salisbury Hill. You can see the earthworks quite clearly. A work of ancient people who didn't have spades. Or did they? Well, come on, a broad blade fallow deer antler isn't going to move much. It would take you a long time, and bearing in mind that back then when Britain became an island, that far back, they only reckon there's 100,000 people on the land, so and that's not even going to be 10,000 here, is it? Although this was a magical spring, and going by Stonehenge, Avebury and everything that's around there, I'm using that as they are like the focal points, because I'm sure a lot of stuff disappeared because it was made of wood. So let's shut the narrator up and get up this hill. This is the last bit, then it flattens out. We're there. Look at that, loads to see. I joke, can't see over, but here's the view. Wells over that way in Somerset, down that way, get to Frome, Bradford, then over that way there is, well, you can see Morgan's Hill if you look closely, Ramway Hill, Morgan's Hill, bit further round, slightly more round, not too far though, is Avebury. So I'm going to run from that rain that's approaching and head round along here and round to the far corner. I may go and do the maze, we'll see. This is the Tortoise Head, and we are at the most Avebury side of the hill. It's basically a point that points to Avebury, and I do have reason to believe that there are a number of ley lines that cross this hill. I don't never go close to any edges. I nearly fell into the sea and died once, but I knew you wanted to come here, and I'm gonna have to change battery. Now, on a serious note, just for the record, I can neither confirm nor deny that I have had sex a number of times in the little groves around this hill. If anyone's interested, the soundtrack in my head today is ABBA and the song So Long. Fantastic. I'm not going to sing it because I don't know all the words. Well, I am trying to do this quite quickly because I can actually see rain just over there, and I know that's heading this way, so I want to be a bit undercover, but it's a bit sad because it does mean that the video I wanted to do on the maze can't be done. I'll have to find some shelter. So this is the maze. If you want to know more about that, I've done a separate video on that. Now, one thing that you may not, if you don't bother watching that, let me tell you, this position, this place where it is, I used to build a stone circle. I came up here once in the 80s and I built a stone circle here. Not an obtrusive one, but a subtle one. But a stone circle nonetheless. The eagle that flew out of the night. And I didn't come here for another 10 years or so, but when I did, somebody had built this in exactly the same spot. Now, I'm not claiming credit for marking the spot because although I did put something that was going to be seen and gave someone else the idea. But what this is a crossing point of ley lines. And if you don't believe ley lines, well, get in touch, come and see me, and I'll show you, I'll prove it to you. Because I was a skeptic once. Not completely, obviously, because my father taught me to dowse when I was a young boy. So I wasn't completely sceptical, but he didn't teach me to dowse for things like this. Anyway, I didn't use dowsing rods to dowse for this, I used my body. That's my best dowsing rod. I'll do another video on that at some point. So yeah, so there it is. And if you want to see the walk through it, check my maze video. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to disappear down into here and go somewhere down that way. Unless I've got I'm slightly feeling a little bit I'm too far this way, maybe I should have gone that way. Well, I did see a signpost down there, so I think I know where I am, but it's been 15 years since I came this way, so let's enjoy getting lost together, shall we? For those of you that have an interest in any of this kind of thing, up on the top of that hill is where I rebuilt my bus so I could live in it. Yep, genuine. That's where we're going. Now let's go twixt two ashes. The way things are going, this is a rare occurrence, or could be. So everybody, go and say hi to your ash trees. And there's one without any leaves on straight ahead. It could be dead, but it may not be, who knows. But just say goodbye to them. And then if they stay there, that's fine. But this is lovely. Ash and thorn. Two ash trees and a thorn behind. I love little dips like this. Are these the opposite of fairy mounds? Are these like troll dips? I don't know. Look at that stone. I love these little ant mounds as well. They're not termite mounds because we don't get them here, but they are ant mounds. Apparently, so people tell me. I say apparently, so people tell me, because I've never seen any ants in any. So I can't totally agree yet. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, they are so termite mound-like. They are an insect mound, aren't they? But there are loads around these slopes. I remember burying a friend's dog on the slopes here. No, I was wrong. I've got to go back this way. Back this way? Well, I haven't been along this way, but I've got to go this way. Not that I know which way, though. Not that I know which way is this way. But let's have a recce. Well, that doesn't look very nice in there. You may have seen my Secret Sights of Avebury video where I get lost. I had an excuse then, it was misty. Here it's been so long since I came here, and because of nature, things grow. So I need to find a way to get, maybe I'll try here, because I'm trying to go that way, not that way. So, this looks interesting. Not interesting, promising. I mean, it's got plenty of brambles. Oh, look at these. Not bad. Considering it's been wet. They're alright. Ah, yeah. There we go. That's what I was looking. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're nice. Sorry, we can't move yet. I'm going to have to put you away. I need to stuff my face. Blackberries on the side of Salisbury Hill are how blackberries should taste. You know, some places they don't taste right, or taste a bit bland. These ones, perfect blackberry.